Hey, welcome to A Foreigner in the Philippines. I was just looking at some of the stuff that comes through in ads, little commercials where they're promising that there will be one answer to every one of our problems. We used to call that the silver bullet, the one thing that would kill the vampire, I guess. and I don't think that there is any such thing as the silver bullet. I don't think there is one single thing that can be the answer to everything. I don't think, unless it is something that, say, connects you to, well, I'm not a great lover of organized religion because I see very, very rich, powerful churches, and living right next to them I see very poor people, and I'm not good with that. But spirituality and one's own sense of religion is another thing. Some of the best Christians that I know have not been in a church for some time because they become disillusioned with the amount of what is it? It's corruption of a different kind. People think always of corruption as being something where you hand something over, you hand a payment over to get ahead of the queue, and that's not. There's different kinds of corruption, and the one that gets me the most about organized religion is the tithing of a large part of your pay in order to do some unknown thing. And when I began to be involved in the church that is run by Pastor Timio, and Beth is heavily involved in that church, as is all of the family of Timio, and Nanai is heavily involved there too, a great supporter of that church. Every week is a given. But I think that my own way of tithing would be in direct communication with those in need, and that's my way of tithing. Beth and I bought the bus so that we could pick up the kids and their moms and dads along the way and help them to get into the church a lot quicker and easier, especially if it was raining. And we every Sunday, that's my Sunday driving job, and that is what I consider my contribution into that church, is to get people in to worship as they see fit, and then I take them home afterwards. Beth also contributes money as well, but the main thing in my mind is to focus on doing that. Now, for those who think that that's going to be everything, I don't think that that's true. There are those who, well, you just take vitamin pills, and if you take the vitamins, then you'll be healthy, and that will be it. Your life will be in order. Vegetarians, if you're a vegetarian, but maybe that's not good enough for some vegetarians, and that they've got to they've got to be vegans rather than just vegetarians. And then there was one particular woman that I saw. There was a couple a few years ago when I was watching on YouTube, an Australian couple in awesome shape, terrific shape, young, in their 20s, and the girl at various times had eaten one thing only. At one point I think that she ate grapefruits, and that was it. That was all that she ate, or oranges, and that was all that she ate. At one point she ate bananas, and that was all that she ate, and she did that for several months. The picture of health and fitness was in terrific shape, and a lovely looking woman, just beautiful skin and just healthy. And yet she had defied all of the convention and eaten just one thing. So I think that as far as a silver bullet goes, nothing is going to give you the perfect life. No one thing can give you the perfect life. There is no silver bullet. The silver bullet, the idea is that one bullet, because it's silver, will do the job. And I don't think that that's true. And right now we are trying for a child, and because of that I'm looking, on the advice of the clinic that we're going to, I'm looking at doing more exercise than I normally do. Already lead a very active life anyway, and I'm in generally good health. So even that, I take all the vitamins, I eat tons and tons of vegetables, all the greens, just mixed veg. We get it from the supermarket, and we can get, they've got 2 or 3 or 4 different kinds of mixed veg, and you can go and get a kilo of this and a kilo of that, and that's it. I still cheat, and I'll have a piece of chocolate, or I'll have a cup of coffee if I go out, or I will have some meat. I love bacon, you know, and if I get the chance on a Sunday, I do my good deed of getting everybody to church, and then I sneak off to Taliban, and I go and have an American breakfast, say, with bacon, egg, and French fries. So the idea that there is one thing that you can do, I don't think is true. I think the one thing that you have to do is to have some kind of a balance in your life. You should be able to have a late night every so often. You should be able to eat a bar of chocolate every so often. You should be able to have a cup of coffee if you want one. You should be able to eat meat if you... Some people absolutely love to have a good steak. Talk to any Australian. Australians, they have steak that defy the imagination. They're like this and this thick. You have to go there to actually see it. When I went and stayed with friends once years ago in Brisbane, the first thing they did was take me for an Australian steak. Boy, you got to see this, and I was amazed. So you need to be able to allow your control over your life rather than your life controlling you, and that's what I think. My friend in a band that I stood next to for many years, an Irishman, Shay, and he used to say, with a totally straight face and a dry humour, cigarettes and alcohol killed my grandmother. She was 87. Isn't that probably the way? Of course, when you start to get up in the years, what you used to think was a great age when you were 24, if somebody died and they were 70 years old, you say, well, he's had a good run, hasn't he? You know, I mean, guys, he was 70, he'd had a great life. Well, I'm past 70 now, and I'm not quite going along with that idea, you know, of giving up just yet. So I think the message you have to take from all of this is that you need to lead a balanced life. You need to do some of the things that everybody says you shouldn't do now and then. You're not going to eat bacon every single day, even if you would love to, and I would love to. You can eat it, but you can eat it now and then. You can have a steak now and then if you want. You can have ice cream now and then. You can do all of these things. Coca-Cola, you can do all of these things as long as it's all in moderation. And that has long been the mantra of people who lead a balanced life. All things in moderation. So even the things that aren't great for you and for your health, you can do them as long as they are in moderation. That's what the lesson is that I feel. So that's another little personal rant, isn't it? So I would thank you for being with me. If you are still with me, probably said a little while ago, what's this man talking about? So thanks for listening. See you again. Bye for now.